right. I'm going to show you how to fix this. Sit tight. It's actually going to be quick and dirty. Okay, so it is my understanding that that error is caused by, this ignition switch being wore out, which my truck is a 2016, so that makes it 9 years old. Anyway, from what I understand, this is actually quite simple to change, and all I'm going to need is my multi-bit screwdriver set, as you can see here. And what we're going to do first is we're going to start by removing this panel, this panel here, and it is held in by this screw here and another one right there. So let me get that off, and then we will wiggle this out because there's a bunch of tension clips all around here, and I will meet you back once that's out of place.
1 minute, 37 seconds later.
All right, so, 2 Phillips headed screws later, and all of these little tension clips here, and the whole unit just pops out. And next, what we'll be doing is taking out this guy right here, and there are 4 T20 screws that hold it in. So we'll unscrew that and then unplug the connector, and I'll show you the replacement piece as soon as I get this guy out of here.
2 very boring minutes later.
1 ignition switch out. This doesn't work like a traditional ignition switch where you have to hold it in the start position until it catches. This one, you literally just bump it to the start position and immediately let go, because this switch sends a signal to the starter. So, as you can see, this is a factory Mopar part. Got that 1 connector there, sealed unit, and you literally just squeeze the plug and pull it out. And it's keyed in such a way that you can't do it backwards or wrong. So, here's the new one. This is a Dorman part, 601-086. I'll leave you a link in the description below if you want one. But as you can see, it's got all the same markings. The original Mopar part is roughly the same price, so you can get a factory one if you want. I think they're only like $3 difference. The only reason I bought this one was because it was guaranteed to be delivered the next day, which I needed. And what was that? What else? Oh yeah, I used to work as a manager at an O'Reilly Auto Parts store. We used to carry Dorman, and I never had problems with them. So anyway, what we're going to do is installation is reverse or removal. I'm going to feed it up under the dash into here, put the 4 screws back in, obviously the connector, and put the panel back on, and we'll do the proof is in the pudding part, which, like I said, this is going to be a quick and dirty. So this guy here was, I think, 95 bucks. Hopefully that solves our little problem. And the good news is you don't have to reprogram these, because all this is doing is verifying a signal from your key fob to your ECU. So there's no programming necessary either. Anyway, we'll see you in a few minutes.
A few moments later.
All right, so everything's back together. Just pushed it all back in, put the 2 screws back in, and kind of gave it a palm bump to really get this to seat over the new ignition lock. And now it's time for proof in the pudding. So I'm gonna grab my key fob here and stick it in this guy here. And what I can tell you is that the tactile feel of the new switch is much crisper, and it actually has stops in it, which makes me think that the original one was wore out and sloppy in such a way that the contacts weren't actually grabbing. But now that the key fob is in, let's just watch the dash and click it over to the on position. Uh-oh, psych. There it is. And bump. And there we go. One repaired ignition switch. No coating necessary. I think the whole job took literally 15 minutes start to finish, and that was just me stopping to record. Anyway,
12 seconds later.
sorry, I have CarPlay for my GPS, and it keeps cutting off the video every time I try to record. Anyway, this was Pwnery Tinkers, no key fob, wrong key fob, ignition cylinder replacement. As far as Samuel L's go, this was literally a one Samuel L job. As a matter of fact, I was going to jokingly say that this was a half beer job, but I left my beer in the house. That's how quick I got this done. I used a hand screwdriver to put those Torx bits in, and they were a bit stiff because it cuts the threads into the new switch. You could use a ratchet if you want, but I just did it with a hand screwdriver, so I had to put a little bit more gusta into it. But you can do it with hand tools. And 95 bucks, problem solved. So anyway, Pwnery Tinkers, thanks for watching. If you're new to my channel, welcome. If you're a regular here, welcome back. Either way, check out my other playlists and see if my other interests may be of interest to you. Yeah, I do get that terrible gas mileage. Probably because this thing weighs almost 4 tons with all my tools, and because I don't do interstate driving very much. But I'm all done here. I'm sweating Voodoo Ranger IPA out of every pore. So I'm gonna go back to the house and get another one. So anyway, thank you for watching, and we'll see you on the next one.
Well, the boy does have good hands.
Good head. Bad taste in cars. Mother...